Ooh, we don't want it down here. There we are. Welcome to Penn Manor Esports. My name's Scott Herzog. I'm one of the coaches here for Penn Manor Esports, and sitting with me is...
My name is Austin Hendershot.
Yes, and he is one of the players of the League of Legends team, but he's sitting out this game, and they'll be swapping into the next game, right? I think that's the plan here.
Yep.
But we want to welcome you to our feed here today as we are taking on Cocalico. Cocalico has a new esports team, and we're taking on... We actually were supposed to play them one other time. I believe they're a white team, and we are now playing their blue team. The first game was a forfeit, one of our wins. And that's kind of where we're all there. But it's a new esports program. Cocalico, by the way, if you look at it, so these are the current standings for us. So we are 25, not a really high ranking at all, but we're up against Cocalico Blue here. We both have the same record, 2-2. You'll see right above CV, us tied. There's kind of a four-way tie here for the year. And I think that this win will determine whether or not we move on into playoffs. That's my guess, right?
It looks like it.
That'll put us at a best, unless there's even a higher ranking other than that there. But you'll see Peckway Valley, who we scrimmed against, actually doing fairly well, holding their own there. Now, we don't know, like some of our games were forfeit. We don't know whether the games they played were forfeit or not. A lot of sickness going around, and no, we aren't talking coronavirus, mostly flu in this area, but obviously impacting and certainly a concern. That's one of the beautiful things about esports. You know, if the coronavirus does hit, we can play this from home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, with League here. Anyways, Cocalico based out of Denver, Pennsylvania. So those of you that are tuning in might think, hey, Denver, Colorado, but we do have a Denver, Pennsylvania. If you grew up in the area, you think Denver, you think Pennsylvania, not Colorado. But that's where they're located out of, and they are a new esports team just formed in November this past year, since this was their first season, so we wish them the best of luck here. So real quickly here, social. So in a moment, I'm just going to show you some of our social media, where you can find us on social media. And then we're going to be going into a little bit about when you are watching League of Legends. You know this being a player. There's a lot of information to be paying attention to on the screen, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you pay attention to.
So we're going to give you a short video. If you're watching League of Legends for the first time, or you're just tuning in, this is kind of a 5-minute video to say, here's what you should be paying attention to on the screen as a viewer. So we're going to show you our social media, then we'll pop into the video, and then we'll be back.
When spectating a game of League of Legends, there's plenty of information on the screen. Let's take a look at the visual elements used on the screen during the broadcast. And to start things off, let's take a look at Fog of War. So here's the game how it would look from C9 Sneaky's point of view. He can only see things that him and his team reveal, and he has no idea what is waiting for him in this bush. And as we roll the clip, we're going to find out that it's actually Samsung's Ambition that is camping out in that bush, and you do not have vision into the brush unless you have a ward in there or an allied team. Now, as we roll back the clip, this is how it would look for you watching on a regular broadcast. You have vision enabled for both sides, so you can see clearly that Ambition is lying in wait here for Sneaky, and as we roll the clip once more, we get to see poor Sneaky die a second time here, as if once wasn't enough. But it's very important to know that this is not how most players play the game. So, you know, when you're playing at home, it's gonna look a little bit different, but we get the advantage of being able to see everything during the broadcast. And next, we are going to be able to take a look at the top of the scoreboard, where there is a ton of important information for you guys to track here. Starting off with, of course, the team tricodes. That is simply the team's names. In this game, it is the Rocks Tigers and SK Telecom T1 who were playing against each other. And then gold. This one is extremely important. Gold is going to give you a good idea of which team is more powerful at any given time, which team is ahead. You get gold from killing minions, monsters, from taking turrets, as well as killing champions. And then, of course, game time next will track when certain objectives are going to spawn, as well as just how long into the game we are. And then kills is going to be how many champion kills each team has achieved, and that can give you a good idea of who is winning the fights, but not always who is winning the game as a whole, because objectives are very important. And speaking of those, we next have turrets. Turrets are important defensive structures which must be taken down to win a game of League of Legends. And as you do take those down, you gain more map control as well as some of that all-important gold. The first turret that you do take down is going to give you a nice chunk of bonus gold, and that can be very important to getting ahead in the game. And then, of course, last but not least, we do have the series score, which you're going to want to track throughout the games tonight. Next, we will briefly touch on dragons. And as you can see here in the top left, we have the next dragon spawn. This time it's going to be Infernal, which is one of 4 different types of dragons. They respawn every 6 minutes and will give you game-long bonuses, such as increased damage from the nice Infernal dragon, or increased health and mana regen. Lots of great bonuses, and the teams are going to be looking to fight over those objectives. And then next, we will be going on to the side of the screen where we have the champion portraits. As you can see here in the top, that is Trundle. You can see that nice little square where it does show each champion's face. Summoner spells are powerful abilities selected at the start of each game. They generally have pretty long cooldowns and are chosen by players there. Next is going to be the ultimate ability. That will be unlocked at level 6 by each player and are generally very powerful abilities with much longer cooldowns. So tracking the cooldowns here on the side of the screen will let you know who's in a position to win a fight and who might be on that losing side. Champion level next, also very important, because not only does each level unlock new abilities, it increases the damage from those abilities and also gives you a lot of extra stats. So you're going to be doing more damage, be tankier, very, very important stuff. And then, of course, HP and mana. Everyone knows this if you do play video games. When your health hits 0, you have died. The other team has taken you down. And, of course, mana. You need it to cast spells. Going to be very important, especially in the early game. And then now, as we take a look here down at the bottom of the screen, we have the scoreboard. The scoreboard is going to be tracking the status of the individual players as well as the overall game. So we have the champion icons from top to bottom. It will be top lane, jungle, mid lane, AD carry, then support. We have these numbers here, which are referred to as creep score, or CS commonly throughout the cast. That's going to give you an idea of how many minions or monsters players have killed throughout the game, and that's going to be something that really feeds into how much gold these players have to then buy items. KDA simply is the kills, deaths, and assists achieved for each player, which can be a good idea of how well those players are doing in the game. And then, of course, their item builds here. And as we are at the start of a game right now, they don't have a lot of items, but as the players get more powerful, collect more gold, they're going to have more items and more of them that are very, very strong. So more completed items, the stronger you get. And last but certainly not least, we do have the mini-map here in the bottom right. And the really important thing to note about the mini-map is while we may be watching, say, the bottom lane, or in this case, we're right now watching the jungle, you can track where players are moving throughout the map by looking here. You can also see the objectives such as the turrets and the ultimate golden nexus, which has to be killed to win a game. But as we're watching mid lane here, you can see that perhaps the red side jungler is sneaking around towards the bot lane. That's something you may want to track because that can give you a heads up on where action could be coming next.
All right, welcome back to Penn Manor Esports. Hopefully that video gave a little bit of a perspective if you're new to the game, some things to be paying attention to when the stream is going live. So tell us a little bit about the team that we have, the Penn Manor's team. So let's talk about Alex first. Alex playing under what name?
Alex is playing under your
Final
Boss Bowser.
Yeah, Final Boss Bowser. And he typically does what as a role here?
Right now, he actually plays multiple roles. Right now,
He's kind of a flex player, like wherever you need.
Yeah, right now, his typical roles would be mid lane, top lane, and bot lane. Mostly the bottom lane ADC carry.
Right. Do you know what role he's playing this match?
Right now, he's going to be playing mid lane and substitute for me.
Okay, yeah. So substitute for you, and I think he'll switch then maybe the next game that we have here. So let's move on into Ash, our Julie character. She's typically what? Support, right?
Yeah, she's gonna be support playing.
So like, who is the character that she typically is gravitating to when she plays?
From my experience, she actually plays a lot of champions in support. Her two typical champions would be Nico and Senna.
Okay, yeah. So she tends to gravitate toward those ones that are playing. So let's move on and talk about Jeriel. Tell me about the character that Jeriel is typically playing, or the role that he's typically playing.
Jeriel, yeah, he likes to play a lot of Jin. He's actually been practicing some Ezreal recently.
Okay, is he going to be? Are we going to be seeing him in the top lane for this game?
He's actually going to be playing bot lane.
Oh, bot lane. So he's the ADC, right?
Yeah.
All right, very good. So, that'll be very good, very good. So tell me about Owen. Owen's going to be carrying what lane here?
He's going to be carrying the top lane this game.
Top lane, and so I know that Owen's been pretty new to the game this year, but when I went watching some of the past games, he's been doing much better. Who do we expect Owen to be playing during this top lane?
Well, we expect Owen to be playing either NASEF or Kennen. Kennen is one of his newer champions that he's been practicing recently.
And then, so tell us a little bit about our jungler, Mr. Braun himself.
Mr. Braum, he plays jungle. Yeah. I don't really pay attention to what he does. All I know is that he comes into our lanes and gank.
Right. Well, he's a jungler, right? You kind of ignore the jungler. Junglers do what they're supposed to do, right?
They're their own separate world, and
They are.
somehow they affect my world.
Right. Without them, you would be nothing. Without you, you would be nothing.
Exactly.
So the junglers are a necessary evil. That's
Yep.
right. We said they're evil. That's right. Well, very good. So this is kind of the lineup that Penn Manor has. And then when you go in for the next game, well, what typically role are you playing?
I typically will be playing mid lane, but I also might be switching out for top lane as well.
Okay, so it really depends a little bit on this game and what we see happening this game, which of course is up in the air. So I wish I had a picture of. I don't think it's up here. I should throw a picture of the Summoner's Rift. You'll see that we're talking about lanes here, and the video kind of went over it. Summoner's Rift really is set up like a diamond.
Yeah.
And we're going to be, our goal is to take down the towers, take down the Nexus, and then make a go of it. Is there anything else that we really should be kind of prepping our viewers? As far as when I'm looking at the people that we're kind of worried about, oh yeah, the Cloud. So it looks like Cocalico is kind of joining the match, as you can see here. Up here, so we'll be into them a little bit. We'll see who they're actually playing here, and we'll see how that goes. As we look at their lineup here, sorry, I was stepping away from the microphone here. Tell me a little bit about we have this Voltic Turtle 60. He's a level 200. We don't know what he's going to be playing, right?
Indeed.
We're suspecting top, maybe ADC based on the characters he's been playing. He's definitely one. It looks like if they're going to be smart, they're going to be banning Rek'Sai for him, right?
Indeed. They probably will be either banning Rek'Sai or Darius for this game.
Right. So we'll see there. Here we have a little bit. I don't know who this character is, but it's this guy.
Blue Boy.
Yeah, Blue Boy that just joined the chat here that you kind of see on the screen. He typically seems to be doing Senna. Seems to be his strength. And so obviously
He's going to be their support player.
Yeah, support player. So we would expect, hopefully, Penn Manor to maybe ban Senna in that case. And nothing. We don't know whether he's joining. Let's go to Apple Juice here. Apple Juice again, also playing Rek'Sai, right?
Yeah.
So and Zaya, but looks like they have some. But most of the wins are being happening. It looks like Rek'Sai might be the strength for him.
Yeah. So essential ban might be Rek'Sai against this team here.
Yeah.
And it looks like Apple Juice is probably going to be doing a jungle role.
Okay, you would expect him to be doing sort of a jungler type.
Yeah, with his other champion pool,
Right.
it looks like it.
So we'll see who else joins the chat. We have Vanilla Blanket also as here. This person typically plays top if they join here. So we're going to be waiting to see what they join here. Cloud UK is in as a. It looks like is in as a spectator. So it doesn't look like they'll be playing at least this game.
Indeed.
So maybe even shoutcasting this. So we'll see. But all right. Well, I tell you what, we're going to be back here in just a little bit. Looking forward to seeing this game coming soon. All right, welcome back to the stream here. Hold it, that's a little bit loud for me. All right, so we are now in the band phase of this. Welcome back. With me actually is Owen. So this is not Austin. Welcome to the stream, Owen.
Hey there.
Yeah, so Austin was called in to play. Is he playing mid? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, Austin is playing.
Yeah, so Austin's playing mid. We're going to see Pretty Huntress, as you'll see him playing mid there. And right now, if you're unfamiliar, we're in the ban phase where each team is choosing a character that they want to ban. And so you'll see that that right now their team has banned Zoe, Riven, but you guys don't play a lot of Riven. We have Zareth being banned here, Mordekaiser, which no surprise there, and Darius being banned. And it looks like that Cocalico has their last ban coming up, and they have chosen to ban Hecarim. You guys don't play a lot of Hecarim, do you?
I think our jungler does.
A jungle, so that'll be
Played a little bit of it for a while.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here with it. And it looks like first pick coming to final boss Bowser, and we'll see what's going to be on his pick. One of the beauties about picking first is you can switch who plays what character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so once they're all
After
picked
the
and laid
banning
out,
phase,
yeah,
yeah.
after the banning phase is done here. So we'll see that Lulu's actually being picked first. This is a big pick because one of their guys typically picks this one first, or is like one of their top picks. Let me see who had that. I'm looking at their stuff right here as we're kind of doing it here. No, maybe that was it. Maybe that was only a character. Oh, here. This guy is Cloud UK, but he's not playing. They picked Lulu first, so that's cool.
Oh, yeah, he's not playing this match, right?
I don't believe he's playing. He's actually on. Well, actually, that's not true. He's down at the bottom.
Oh, I didn't see him at first.
Yeah, so he's down at the bottom. So we do see Cloud
they
Uki
pick
typically
Nasus?
plays. They do have Nasus. Is Nasus typically picked by any of our characters?
I play Nasus.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
So, well, you aren't this game, are you, Owen? No. So Owen's not playing Nasus this game because he's shoutcasting with me. We'll see what our jungler picks up. Is now jungler pick. I was mentioning the way Summoner's Rift look, and you'll see a good picture of Summoner's Rift kind of sitting in the middle here. You'll see that our jungler went with Fiora, and I don't know that I've ever watched him play Fiora, but he might have before.
He probably has, just I don't remember.
Yeah, Misfortune coming in with Pretty Hunters. I like Misfortune as a mid laner. You have a lot of different control. That overhead shot that kind of rains down bullets on you to kind of slow you down. And then the ultimate for Misfortune is just dynamite. I hate being on the opposing end of that.
You should see him around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She
So,
like one shots everybody.
oh, I'm sure. Ashe being chosen. The Ashe, you know what I don't like about Ashe is that shot that just immobilizes you. That's just that's brutal for Ashe. Anyways, I was going to say, you'll notice here we're continuing our banning phase here with Cocalico banning out Sejuani, and then it's now we'll see what they ban out here for Penn Manor. Here you'll notice the Morgana being banned. That's a good ban. I don't like playing against Morgana.
She's
very
able
much.
to trap, and then they can go in for the kill.
Yeah, so that's actually a nice ban here. So we'll see who Cocalico will pick for their last ban here. Notice here we have 3 lanes here. Mid lane, when we talk about top lane and bot lane, and then junglers playing in here. And bot lane often gets a support. Looks like they went with banning Warwick. Warwick's typically a jungling thing, which obviously no jungler actually, he didn't pick Warwick anyways. So yeah, it looks like Senna was banned on our end.
Yeah,
so
we were talking about that.
we were talking about banning Senna, so banning was
Long
next
Mordekaiser.
yeah.
Me personally, I don't like Mordekaiser because of his E. He just grabs you and then Old Son usually.
Yeah, so that's not good. So we'll see here what happens. You'll notice this river running through the middle. This is like no man's land, or maybe both land. And what this spawns down here at this one, Vigar got chosen by them.
Yeah.
You'll see down here where this one arrow is, we're going to see some dragons popping up here. And up here we're going to see the Rift Herald. And then the Baron also pop up in this area. They all give buffs to the team when you slay them.
And then also in the jungle, there's red buffs and blue buffs on
Yes.
each side of the team. At the game, both teams have to go and help the jungler get their buffs.
Yeah, so you'll see up here, there's the red tower, the blue tower. Red team's trying to take down the blue tower. Blue team's trying to take down the red. This is called the red jungle and the blue jungle, and this is where these buffs that Owen was talking about actually reside here. So, like, here's our team of Vigar, Yumi, and Lulu being moved down to Ash. No surprise there. Misfortune being put down with our ADC. Also, no surprise there. Pretty Hunters taking Ari there, and then Trundle being actually our jungler.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
actually very good. I like Trundle a lot. I don't like going against him.
Oh, so you like him as a character, you don't like when you have to face him.
Yeah, I expect a lot of ganks.
Yeah, a lot of guys. Well, good. You'll see that Fiora actually is also then playing top against NASEF. So, good. Well, we'll see here. We'll see how this all works. And just saying, you'll see that there's a spectating mode. So once we get out of the loadout, you'll see that we have 3 minutes till we actually get in the game. And they put that delay there so that obviously our League of Legends players can't turn around and cheat off the screen.
Yeah, that would not be good.
No, not be fair at all. In fact, the other thing in addition to this, there's also a 2-minute delay put upon it that is a part of NASEF's rules. NASEF actually has another 2-minute delay on it. So there's actually a 5-minute delay in the game. NASEF is a North American Scholastic Esports Federation. It's a federation we're part of. And this is the final regular season game.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I think it's 5 games. I think it's the best it's how you did out of 5. And let me let you know what's riding on it. We are right now in the middle of the pack. We win this game, it's going to throw us up in the upper echelon and might even push us into playoffs.
Nick couldn't clutch the 1v5 again.
No. We're joking about how the last 2 games, Nick managed to take the games for us. Nick is our, for the lack of a better word, our head coach. He has another title he goes by, but he's the one that coordinates everything. In the past 2 games have been forfeit. So
It's great.
it's great to actually be playing Cocalico and seeing Penn Manor get their stuff on here.
Yeah, I feel like we've come a long way since our first game.
Yeah, so it'll be neat. You saw it even between the first and the second game, how much the first game, by the second game, instead of a 20-minute game, we lost the second game, but games were up over 30 minutes, and that tells us that there's growth happening here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you see yourself growing as a player just in this short amount of time, because you came into this not really playing League of Legends at all, right? So this is very new for a lot of, not just you, but for a lot of people on the team.
Yeah, we have returning players and brand new players.
Yeah, and so, well, next year, the good news is you'll be a returning player.
Yeah.
So that'll be very cool to see, and we'll have the summer to practice. Part of the issue, I think, for you, as my understanding, is you do not have a computer to play on at home.
No.
So if you're playing at someone's house, or you're playing here at school.
Yeah, I try to get as much worthwhile practices. As I can
right,
here.
Absolutely. So make the most of it.
Other when we're busy playing Magic.
Yeah. See, when you're distracted by Magic. All right, 51 seconds till we jump into the game here. And we'll kind of see how it all goes here in just a second. But I'm looking forward. It's bound to be a good game, and I love the games of League of Legends. I love seeing what's going to happen here in just a moment. So you might hear some voices in the background. They are the team, but we'll see if it picks up. It might be faint in the background. So
Yeah.
that's just the way it is. But welcome again. If you're just joining the chat to see the game, we will be live here in just about 20 seconds getting into the game. We'll see the loading screen as they load into the game, and then we'll be joining the actual game itself.
Where can we see the number of people viewing?
So it doesn't actually tell that here, I don't think. Does it tell us users in chat? 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's 2 users in the chat, and we want to welcome you for joining the chat here.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. So here we are. We are entering game mode here in just a second. And you'll see here. So let's take a look at what we have here. This is our lineup. You'll see that we have some very young players here, as well as players that, just even their side, players have experience, especially this young man here who's been playing for about 5 years and very competent at NASEF, although our final boss Bowser certainly has
A lot of experience.
a lot of
himself.
experience on it here. Let me do some setup of here. We're going to turn on the scoreboard here, the objective timers, and let's take off the time controls here. I kind of like that. Is that okay? Anything else you want to see here or not want to see?
No, it looks fine.
Yeah, all right. So right now, I'm going to turn off Fog of War too. This will allow us to see what's going on in the home map.
Okay.
I can click that on and off as we need to.
Sounds good.
So right now you'll see that we are focused in on Penn Manor, jumping to Penn Manor's playing blue, and Cocalico is playing red. And it looks like they're going in as one singular unit
Yeah.
to maybe do an invade.
That's what it looks like.
So there's 2 ways you can handle the opening of the game. You can kind of hang out on your side by the buff to try and help your jungler take their first buff, get the first level, or you can invade the jungle, which is what we're seeing here.
So they're just going to steal their buff then.
Yeah, and it looks like it's kind of unaware. It looks like the Cocalico's not really jumping out at all and really seeing it, so it looks like they're going to be able to take this buff pretty easily. The thing that you need to be aware of is that if Penn Manor takes a buff on the side, it looks like they're not to actually take the buff, but they're actually going to go back.
I think it's because they realize that the enemy team is not heading up towards them.
Yeah, so it's not. So they're actually going to just go and help and kind of disperse into their areas, and they're going to help the jungler. Maybe the jungler doesn't even feel like they need help. But they're going to actually head down to the respective lanes and kind of go from there. Oh, it looks like they actually are going to jump down here and maybe help take the
Brambleback.
the Brambleback right here, which is what you see here. And it's just one of the nice things that people do. A good team will help their jungler get that first level, right? So here we're on the top lane. The important thing you'll notice that these little blue things called minions, it's important that the player is typically staying behind the minions, unless you're final boss Bowser, who's trying to put pressure on this top laner.
Well, with Nasus, you don't really need to stay behind minions as much as other characters. Nasus
Is he very tanky?
Late game, yes, but at the beginning of the game, he's a little bit weak. But if he Qs on an enemy minion and kills it, he gets a stackable bonus. And this
Ooh.
bonus goes up over time.
So you want to be able to play that right.
Yeah,
And
you
you'll
see
see
how-
right now he's
yeah.
putting some pressure on him, chasing him back to the tower.
And that's very good.
Yeah. You'll see a little bit what's happening in mid lane and in our bot lane, and we are back up here. It looks like Voltic Turtle getting his first level, but again, evening out the level because Final Boss Bowser got the level. He's now on his 3rd level. So Final Boss Bowser does have the level advantage here, putting pressure on Voltaire.
Nasus is still going to try to sneak in those Qs, though.
Oh yeah, right. And if you're NASEF, that's what you want to be doing. You
Yeah.
want to be trying to get in to put pressure on. But it looks like Final Boss Bowser is putting a lot of pressure onto the Voltic Turtle.
Yeah.
60 here. It looks like he's coming down into the down the river a little bit, just to kind of put a ward down in that mid lane.
Yep.
Here.
Looks like they're coming up for the gank.
Yeah, it's a little bit, although it's a little bit weak to gank. We'll see.
Yeah, it's
He-
an early
he's-
gank. That might not be a good idea.
But he's very aware of what's going on. I think that he,
Oh, wow, yeah. He's spacing them out.
yeah, he does. And
The
look,
jungler should have gone in. That was so dumb.
first blood. Look at that first blood,
Yeah.
and it might even be a second.
Is
Oh, he
running
flashes
right?
away.
Oh, yeah.
Forces a flash. But nice job for Final Boss Bowser taking that first blood,
Yeah, well
huh?
done.
Yeah, absolutely beautifully done here. So That obviously he looks like he is ported back, but this gives him free range up here at the top. Although it looks like
NASEF teleporting
yeah,
back.
teleporting back just to kind of put some pressure.
Most NASEFs run teleport anyway.
The important thing that death was important because it gives Final Boss Bowser a little bit of a level advantage.
Yeah.
Because when you die, you can't be leveling up.
Yeah, you're going down your CS.
Right. So
Which is how many minions you killed during the
yeah,
game.
they call
and
it
your amount of
creep. They call it
experience.
creep score, right? It's
Yeah.
creep score for him. So you'll see the blue boys being pushed back to the tower here as bot kind of puts some pressure. I don't know where the support is
Yeah.
for them, but
It's kind of odd.
yeah.
You don't see him anywhere, do you?
Well, actually, yes, you do. He's attached right there. He is.
Uh,
So their support is
he's just very small.
yeah, it's just very small. He attaches as a healer, kind of tags on. It's one
Interesting.
Of the, yeah.
Never really seen that before on another character.
Yeah, I
enemy's
forget
playing.
the character that he's playing as well.
Does that character able to attack?
That yeah, it's able to do it. It's kind of a nice, good support here.
But he follows around where Ash goes.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically here.
But can he detach at any time?
Yes, he can.
Interesting. That's cool.
And then if he dies, he detaches automatically.
Interesting.
So you'll see both of these guys level 5 now, despite the one death, the one kill that we
Yeah,
have.
getting kills doesn't really like put you majorly ahead, and that's a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it balances that out just a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll see a little bit of pressure being put
Yep.
here. Oh, causing him to flash away here. And
That's
a lot
good,
of
though.
pressure being put. Yeah, definitely good to
They
kind
made him
of.
waste his flash.
Yes, absolutely, and that's always a flash that later on he can't use when he needs to. So Final Boss Bowser still putting pressure up on Voldic Turtle. Yeah, NASEFs there at the top. It's right now at this late in the game, but here he gets going to go in, put some pressure, and this I don't know. This is probably not going to be a kill, but definitely going to be putting some pressure.
Yeah.
Makes him use this flash
That's
just
good.
to kind of get away. And again, it's a good thing. It allows him to continue to put pressure on the top lane. You'll see the levels right now pretty even, although it looks like we have Penn Manor seems to be up on the level. And you'll see that there's about almost 1,000K difference. Not big here in the early game, but that adds up quickly over time.
Yeah.
So you'll see that they're kind of maybe coming down for looking to do a dragon here. It looks like what they're moving into. It's hard to know whether they're actually going to be doing that or not. Penn Manor's very aware that they're trying to do a dragon here.
And now our jungler could come in and steal the dragon by smiting it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And did they just get scuttle? Yeah, they did.
They did get
If they
the
walk
scuttle
within that
cover.
radius, basically they just get revealed, and it gives a mini buff to the enemies.
Yeah. It looks like they're going to leave the dragon alone for now. And we'll see Final Boss Bowser coming up.
In the chat, it looks like the enemy team is looking to go get Rift Herald.
Yeah.
I saw
So
them ping it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens as to whether they actually go for the Rift Herald or not. Rift Herald up in just, looks like about 9 seconds here.
Now, if you don't know what Rift Herald is a crab-looking monster that you kill.
Yeah.
After you kill him, he drops an eye thingy.
Yeah.
And if you get this eye, you can spawn it, and it summons him, and then he smashes into your tower to deal massive damage.
Yeah, you'll notice up here a Voltic Turtle actually putting some pressure on top, which allows him a little bit of breathing room here and forces Final Boss Bowser to kind of deal with the minions here at the tower.
Vagar's coming up.
So a little bit of pressure coming up. Yep, Vagar's coming up. Maybe
He's
do
gonna
we
try
have
to bait. He needs to get back.
Yeah,
Oh, that was close.
yeah. So he's managed just to get out of
Yeah,
it.
he needs to stay back.
Yep.
Vagar's ult is very dangerous.
But it looks like he's moving back down into toward the mid lane.
Yeah.
Maybe even to try Rift. Probably not Rift here.
Yeah. I don't think Vagar could take on Rift Bomb himself. Oh, it looks like Ari might encounter Vagar in a second. Mid. Or
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
It's because they're both in mid.
They are both in mid here. You'll see again, top, just kind of going back and forth, both level 7, although he's pushing And this is one of the things that you'll see Final Boss Bowser do. He'll kind of jet into the game. Once stay out of that tower range, though, I can't
Yeah.
tell you how many times I've gotten caught accidentally by a
same.
tower, and it's like no good. It's like they just eat, especially early on, just eat
Especially
your
in
health.
a team fight.
Oh,
You're in a team fight, like you got this blur
you're like, I
of
got
characters,
this. Ah, then bam, you're
and
down
the
by
tower targets you for no reason. Like,
Yeah. But a lot of good pressure from Penn Manor. A lot of times it seems that we're heading over to the red tower, which is a good sign for them.
yeah.
So pressure being put onto the top here. And now we're at bot lane, and you'll see that pressure being put on bot as well. Although it looks like a potential gank here.
Yeah.
But good eye from Akira trying to put some pressure onto them. I love the way he can go through walls. Right?
Yeah.
I wish I had that ability, right?
Yeah, in real life.
In real life.
Imagine like falling asleep, like
Yeah, like, whoa.
you wake up in the ground.
Yeah. All right, still working a level. Not a lot, no towers right now really a danger, and so far we're still limited to that one kill.
Yeah.
But oh wow,
This isn't good.
no, potentially it depends. It looks like he's going to try to get out of it, and they're going to try and handle this.
I should probably get away. And I should.
No, yep, and boom, another
Yeah.
kill to Penn Manor. Now going to try to get out of tower range. But that was a nice thing. You'll see that that second kill actually does put them at 1K ahead. But the sacrifice here is the top tower has kind of been left unguarded here. So that tells me that we're looking at Dragon here. So they're gonna give up some tower advantage here to take Dragon.
I never like giving up top tower. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
Well, I don't know that they'll give up top tower.
And then they got the dragon.
They did.
Red dragon gives an attack buff. Right?
But look at how much they're eating up this top tower. I
Yeah.
don't know that right now. I think they're going to be okay.
Fiora has her flash and teleport waiting, so she's gonna have to walk back up.
Right.
So I don't know if she'll make it in time. Because all Nasus has to do is wait for minion wave. Which
He
he's about
does,
to do.
they're going to be there really quickly,
Yeah.
and he's going to need to be careful.
Is Rift Toad up?
Rift Turtle, it looks like, is up, but
They
it doesn't
could
look.
get it.
They could.
But I think they should wait instantly.
It looks like the blue is pinging it, just to be aware of it, and it looks like they're kind of waiting to go back. Who knows what's going to happen here?
I think everybody's watching Rift Toad. Just be
It
careful.
is. Rift Turtle could take down our first tower here.
Could really change the game.
Yeah, so here we are following Apple Juice a little bit back into the jungle. He's going in for the red buff. But Final Boss Bowser looks like he has a bet to settle with this guy.
Yeah, I feel like he should be up there getting CS. Not focusing on killing jungle.
Oh, well, we're going to find out what happens here.
Because if he lets Nasus get too strong, which Nasus is doing, you know, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, definitely not. So some good pinging going on. Pinging kind of lets you, without typing in chat, lets you know, hey, I'm concerned about something that's going on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, a level 9 against a level 10, not a huge discrepancy.
He slowed him.
Did slow him.
Nasus is already doing a lot again, see?
Yeah, but you can tell that that level difference is putting a lot of damage out.
Yeah, there we go. Good job.
And we have a 4th kill out of the deal. So increasingly, it's leaning toward Penn Manor, but I mean, 4 kills are 4 kills, right? But we'll see if he's able to hold off this guy here. Able to get the tower to do some focus on him.
That's good.
That is good here.
You pinged Nasus. Looks like a jungle might come up. Yeah. They're coming up for the gank.
Oh, good. So we'll see if we
never
get.
mind. What's he doing? Oh, he's gonna come around Rift. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe because he knows that there are wards there. If we can kind of sneak in behind,
Yeah, that's what it looks like he's gonna do.
it looks
trouble
like
my
he's going to
ult.
be able to do that.
Oh, he's getting behind him. See?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So this
Oh,
is
and Nasus ulted.
so. But let's see here.
Final Boss Bowser might die here. Yeah.
He does die, but will he get him? Oh, we have another one coming up here. I think that
Oh wait, this isn't good. Unless Austin comes in.
Wow, he was able to hold both of them off.
Yeah.
Oh, finally. Nice job, Pretty Hunters,
Oh,
getting
and,
revenge. But still, that
this
is
is
a
good.
1-for-2 trade.
And then
And
he's the top stock.
he's down. It's actually a 3-for-1. They lost 3 people in that trade. Really not worth it in the long run, in my opinion, right?
Vagar did waste his ult on him, though. He could have just killed him with some basic attacks.
Oh, good. So there, so some good management there by Voltaire. The Baltic Turtle, I guess, is his name. Well, I call him Voltaire.
Sounds like a game.
Yeah, Voltaire is actually an author.
Wait, really?
Yeah, an Italian Renaissance author.
So the enemy's getting blue buff and we're getting our blue buff. Looks like.
Yep. All right, following our jungler here just a little bit. Everyone looks like they're back in position here.
Oh,
Oh.
this looks like a kill.
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice job,
They're doing very well in
Akiro.
bot lane.
Great in bot lane. You'll see that there's a nice gold discrepancy here.
Yeah.
But that kill did put Final Boss Bowser behind, but
Oh.
Baltic Turtle now up 2 levels from him.
Yeah, that's not very good.
But which does give him a little bit of an advantage. And Final Boss Bowser has to be careful as he's darting in.
He's still able to do some pressure and damage, though, which is
He
good.
is,
Yeah, he
but
needs to get out.
yeah, this is not
If
good
he
for him.
ults, it's kind of bad. Now he might W on him in a second. Yeah. Unless he gets the tower, he's dead. He might have to flash. Yep.
He
might have to
flashes
flash.
away.
He needs to get out of there.
Yeah. But it looks like NASEF is certainly up there and strong. But so he just has to watch it. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He needs to get out of here. Or nope, he's leading him up for a gank. And Nasus just used his ult a minute ago, so I think they're gonna get this kill.
There you are.
Yep.
Nicely
Very
done.
well done.
Nicely done. Another kill for Penn Manor. Still no towers falling, but there has been some pressure here. Pretty Hunters just jetting away, flashing away out of there, and not wanting to be caught up in a 2v1 at this point.
Yeah, that is never a good idea.
No,
Especially in mid.
Few characters can actually carry that out effectively.
Big Arcane.
Yeah, so it looks like there's some pressure up here. Looks like we're going to be trying to take the Rift Herald.
You probably should not have
Oh,
gone in.
nicely done.
Yep.
And it looks like there's some pressure being put on Red here.
Looks like he would have to get,
Charmed, and he flashes away.
Yeah, that was.
But
that was
it
nice.
means the Rift Herald should be in possession of Penn Manor. It looks like they
So-
just got the Rift Herald.
So once Rift Herald is killed, can anybody, including the enemy team, pick up the Rift Herald? Or does it like only appear on our screen? or
No,
their
well, I
screen?
wondered that myself, and that's a good question, and I'm not sure actually the answer to that. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. It would make sense if we kill the Rift Herald, we're able to pick it up, but it
Yeah.
does lay there for a little bit, right? So I don't know if an enemy person could like walk over that and pick that up or not.
Junglers usually they want to pick that up because he goes through all 3 lanes.
You'll see
usually.
bot lane tower really low here, but we did not take first towers. That obviously went as an advantage toward.
Oh, here we go.
So
They're
we
summoning in
we're
mid.
summoning it. Let's see where that was summoned.
We usually summon most of the Rift Heralds in mid because we like to push mid.
Yeah, look at that. And boom, and we got mid there.
Looks. Could we get a second hit? Possibly. Probably not.
Maybe. Yes. Looks like we
did?
got. I think we got the
Yo.
second hit.
That's nice.
That puts some pretty heavy damage and allows us to kind of take the second dragon. Doesn't look like Red will get there in time, and so Red has 2 dragon kills. Remember, when you get 4 dragons, that gives you a buff. And
Yeah.
a pretty significant. It's almost like taking a
And
Baron.
then Elder Dragon comes, correct?
I know. Elder Dragon comes maybe even as a 3rd dragon here. You'll see that pressure being put on Appletree, and wow,
Yeah,
they
we are
are
doing
just
very well.
they are just racking up kills.
He's just trying to recall him, Bush.
Yeah.
Get him. Find out. Yes.
Oh, they missed him, but that was a
He was in
good.
Bush for a quick second. How did you
Right,
see
right.
him?
Well, if there's no ward on it, you don't know that guy's there,
Yeah.
right? Looks like we're gonna try and push bot tower here and just kind of
Put some
do
pressure
it
on.
once and for all.
back up a little bit, let minions get through.
Yep, and here we go. Or maybe not.
Maybe I think they're going to try to go for a really big push right here.
Well, it makes sense.
Yep.
It's a team fight here, and they come in, and you'll see Ash kind of setting back here. Fundamental Spouser kind of putting some pressure here, forcing the minions on to the tower here, and you'll see 3 of them. The Voltic Turtle there. Voltic Turtle still leveled up very well here, level 13 against Final Ball Spouser, who is 12. So it looks like we're still looking at some pretty equal leveling here.
You can definitely tell that our team's overall CS is way better.
It is, and they do. They have some decent CS in their on our team. We have some decent CS.
Looks like their jungler might be coming in. I don't know what he's doing. He's like up just farming. They're in team fights.
I think they're worried that now that the mid tower is gone, that Penn Manor is going to make a play mid, but it doesn't look like that quite yet.
Is Baron up yet?
No, but you'll see. In fact, I think before we see Baron, we might. Are we going to see another Rift Herald? Sometimes there's 2 that drop.
6 seconds. Nope, that's Baron.
That's Baron. So it looks like
There's about to be a team fight here.
Yep, and so they
might even try to steal Baron.
Maybe. It doesn't look like Penn Manor's jumping quite into it yet.
They look like they might protect top, maybe. Or they're just waiting.
Yeah, it looks like there's just a wait going on here, and it's a question of how they can handle this team fight and if Penn Manor's actually going to go. Penn Manor's going to push up on mid and make sure there's...
Yeah, like that. They need to get out of there.
Oh,
yeah,
look at that. Nice job with that.
Yeah, very nice.
And with that, if they can bring this down, oh, wow.
Yeah,
this is going to be, they're going to go Baron now. If they didn't go Baron before, they'll go Baron at this point with a 3. And they might even actually bypass it say they're going to try to take this mid tower down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not, you know?
Right.
Like, they could take it to add, like, pressure to the enemy.
Right, here we are. They're going to try it here with 4 members of this team out. There's no way that they're going to actually be able to do it. They now could. They're actually going to head bot to try and take the bot tower out. There's pressure, and this is not good for Cocalico.
Yeah.
Yeah, here they are. They're going to take the bot tower, and you'll see that towers are just falling left and right. And they got to come in and regroup, and it's not looking good for Cocalico just unwinding here at this game. Looks like some recalls that are happening, and as people are leveled up, and you'll see that Final Ball Spouser are still, level 12?
Yeah.
So not a lot of leveling going on, but tons of kills. You'll see that the gold discrepancy now is like 6K.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, good for Penn Manor, not good if you're Cocalico, right?
Yeah.
No,
definitely not good.
So it looks like Cocalico's moving in to try and take the Baron, but Penn Manor's there. I find it hard. They put a ward in there so they can kind of keep an eye on it, but I find it it's going to be difficult, I think, for Cocalico to pull off the Baron. They have to worry about all these people. All these people coming into the base, all the super minions coming in.
Yeah.
And
super
putting
minions
pressure.
are very hard to deal with, even for champions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It looks now like Penn Manor is going to come up. You're going to watch them take top tower here. I'm pretty sure that's where they're headed here. So a very methodical push by Penn Manor of taking one tower down after the other. And it doesn't look like there's going to be any resistance from Cocalico here.
Yeah, it looks like Drag will be up in 10.
Yeah, so they're actually going to take this all the way to take the last remaining tower that's in the lane. Yeah. And it looks like we might get some sort of an answer from Cocalico, but not soon enough.
Looks like they want a team fight, but they're scared to go in.
Yes, and I think rightly so.
Ken should probably not be going up by himself, as they just pinned him to go down.
Yeah. So you see them again trying to put some pressure on.
Yep, I think
they're going to go to the bot. They're going to go to the. Well, they might.
Yep. See.
Yep. So they're definitely heading toward tower. Let's watch this dragon fight.
This is Ocean Dragon, correct?
Yeah. It doesn't look like that. Even that they're going to put up any sort of a fight.
I think this one gives you cooldown reduction.
Right. It does. So we've gotten one of each dragon. with that 4th dragon.
We don't have Mountain Dragon.
Yeah.
Mountain Dragon gives you magic resistance stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right, and you'll see them kind of putting pressure on bot. Penn Manor playing very well as a team. I'm impressed what's happening here. This is very nice for them.
I was very scared of that level 200.
Well, yeah,
on the other team.
but Ash was able to, Final Boss Bowser was able to kind of handle that, put him in his place. A lot are being pushed out. It looks like now we might see a push into the Baron.
Yeah,
now that
Nessus is very weak to poke.
Well, and look up here, like, see, Cocalico's left to deal with these super minions. You can't leave them unattended because if you do, they're going to start bringing down those towers very quickly. You're going to see Penn Manor move in for the Baron here, and there is literally nothing that Cocalico could do to answer. They're going to bring down this Baron fairly quickly here, as you'll see, and they're sitting there kind of in the base, and they're trying to hold base, and that's about it. That's all that they are getting here, as the Baron's kind of taken down.
Looks like Penn Manor is already finished.
Yeah, so you'll see that beautifully done.
Yes, very nice.
So here they all recalled, and you'll see a final push in, but I really think that this is it for Cocalico. I don't think you're going to see much resistance.
I don't see any comeback.
No, they could go for Penn Manor could go for a 4th dragon, but they have the Baron buff. This is almost overkill.
Yeah.
So, they're trying to Calico's trying to hold the super minions at bay, but Penn Manor's coming up mid lane, and we're gonna watch Penn Manor kind of come in here and kind of follow the minions into the base, and I think that this is about it. That is when you ever get caught in misfortune's fire like that, that is just, and you can't, like if someone stuns you and then that happened, it's like over but the crying, man.
Well, Vagar's cage is pretty dangerous too. Like he just walked into it and then he got stunned. Like
Right. So we're taking down the inhibitors here, and
Pretty Huntress used Ari's ult to escape.
yeah, and he needed that.
Yeah.
So we're going to see them now push into the towers now that there's no inhibitors
I think
left.
they might try to end game right here.
I think it's going to be an end game.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do. They're gonna win this.
Yep, so they're going to win.
Good job,
Final Boss
Penn Manor.
Bowser's doesn't. Yeah, 19. You'll see that the gold kill, almost a 2K gold kill. They're going to take this, get some final kills there, but it's all over for Cocalico in this game. So grats to Penn Manor for a job well done.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, absolutely. This is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to be switching out. I think Owen's going to be switching in. So thank you for shoutcasting with me, Owen.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we're going to bring you in, bring on Pretty Hunters. I'm going to talk to him a little bit about this last game that we saw playing. We see the stats up here. You'll see this creep score looking very good for Penn Manor, except for Ash as a support. He doesn't get it. So tell me, Pretty Hunters, tell me a little bit about Austin. That game was executed beautifully. Like after the first 10 minutes, you guys began to travel around as a pack, and there was like no stopping you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, we played pretty normally. I think not trying to roast the enemy team, but their bot lane was like kind of giving it to us right there.
Right.
The only real problem with that game was the enemy Nasus getting the minion kills.
Dude, up at the top, there was one time, one of the first ganks, you guys went in for a gank, and he took down Final Boss Bowser, took down another one, then you got him, and then you got ganked by another one, and it ended up being a total loss for Penn Manor. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. It was but you guys recovered from that. And even though he had a little bit of a level advantage over you, it was not that. So
Yeah,
I
it
guess I
was
can't play again. Do I need?
No, you need to exit. Then
They need to
Final
invite me
Boss
back.
Bowser. Yeah, they need to invite you back.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, that game, it was really fun. And I wouldn't say easy though. They actually put up a fight.
Oh, they
throughout the game.
did.
Yeah.
They did. And you guys had to be very aware. Map awareness is very important for you, knowing exactly where they're at. pretty crucial in that.
I would definitely say if I were to give like tips for anyone who was on the enemy team, would be like the Veigar. He wasn't queuing the minions at low health. He was just doing it to lower the health to half, which was not what you want to do. You want to finish off minions.
Are you talking about the person in the bot lane?
The mid lane.
The mid
because
lane.
he gets stacks.
Yeah, because you were
whenever-
playing mid lane, right?
Yeah. And then Nasus, he was doing really well in farm, which is very helpful for him. The Yumi was mostly pocketing Ashe and Nasus. That's me.
Yeah, I know. You sent me a request. I don't know what you're chatting with me, I guess, in game. But
Yeah, well,
can you guys give me an invite?
this next game might be a little bit different. Owen is going to be playing top against Nasus, which is one of their best players. Owen, he does play, his main role is top lane, but against the Nasus, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Unless we first pick Nasus, they can't pick Nasus. So this next game is going to be, Owen is going to be playing top lane, Jared is going to be playing jungle, Alex is going to be playing mid lane, and Julie's going to be playing support, and Jeriel's going to be playing ADC.
Mid lane's a good spot for Alex.
Yes.
Where are we at here? Make sure that I spectate.
Yes.
Mid lane's a good spot for Alex because what Alex can do, if Owen gets in trouble, he can easily jump up to the top lane.
Indeed, yeah, you can.
And if I were Penn Manor, I would be starting Jared Braun as doing top jungle, which also would put him in the proximity if Owen gets in trouble.
Yes.
We have that.
Well, what Jared probably wants to do is actually start from bot side jungles. Since he's going to start there, he's going to take out everything in the bot side, then move his way up because that's when the gangs start getting there.
Yeah, so he'll be there. He'll be there when he needs to be there, right?
Indeed. And additional, what else was I going to say? I was going to say, oh yeah, we're going to be switching sides, so we're going to be on the right side, top right of the map instead
So
of
we'll be the
bottom.
red team instead of the blue team, right?
Yeah.
There's not really a difference. I often think that blue team is better. I always feel that way, but really, I've seen the red team win just as much as the blue.
Actually, there are slight advantages to be on different sides. As in, if you're playing bot lane on blue side, your HUD does not your HUD is there, but as you're on red side, your HUD actually prevents you from seeing down further if you're going from top to bottom.
Didn't think about that. Now you can move your HUD, can't you?
You can. I don't think you can move it, but you can shrink it or enlarge
Right,
it.
but you kind of need the HUD. The HUD's an important part of playing this game. It lets me know if I'm playing against you and you're sneaking up on me and I have a ward. It lets me know you're sneaking up.
Yes.
So we can tell one of the biggest weaknesses new players have is they don't pay attention to the HUD. They're like playing into the action of the game, and you have to pay attention to what's going on in the jungle because lo and behold, you could be ganked if you don't. Yeah, so very good. Well, we're still in the they're still kind of loading into the game here. So what we're going to do is take a short break, and then we'll be right back. All right, we are back in the game, and we'll see the Voltic Turtle is actually choosing first the ban, and so we have a ban first that's happening. Yeah, you'll see that First, we have some bans happening here. You'll see up at the top here that Katrina was banned by them, as well as Oriana. None of the characters we played. You'll see Zareth was banned by Penn Manor, and also Mordekaiser. They hate playing against Mordekaiser, and so they certainly banned them. And you'll see they banned Hecarim again, and let's see who else that they actually banned. And NASEF we banned. So they are banning the character that was played by Voltic Turtle. And you'll see that he's choosing Darius as his top pick. And you'll see that Lulu being picked again by Owen, but probably going to end up as a support from Ash again. So again, those of you just joining us, welcome back to the stream. It's good to have you here watching. You'll see that Cannon has chosen, and we'll see who Apple Juice chooses next. But appreciate everyone that's kind of tuning in and watching the stream here. Especially Lorex, who is in the chat. Hello to you, and thank you for watching. All right, so we see. So we know that Apple Juice does like this Rek'Sai, right? If you look at Apple Juice, and as he's played Rek'Sai before.
This
Yes.
Apple Juice character, he has a lot of experience with Rek'Sai, which we could probably learn. A lot of us know how to play around Rek'Sai, but it's still good to know that he's playing Rek'Sai and that he actually has experience with him, so we need to keep an eye out for him.
I know he's Morgana. I always hate playing against Morgana.
Oh, Morgana.
Because he can slow you down so bad. Apple Juice on the Rek'Sai, he's had 2 wins, 2 losses on it. So he's about 50-50 on it. You'll see Misfortune being pulled here again into the bot lane, probably being pulled for Akira, right?
Yes.
So absolutely kind of that. So now we're back into the ban phase of the game. And we'll see who Penn Manor bans. And who did Penn Manor just ban there?
They just banned Senna, which is a support character.
Yeah, and they actually, Cocalico does like to play Senna as support, so it's a good ban. And they're thinking back through what this. If you were to ban Syndra, do we play a lot of Syndra?
No one plays Syndra.
Oh, yeah, that's a good ban. Go ahead, ban Syndra for us, right?
Exactly.
So.
I think maybe Jared was practicing her earlier.
Yeah, at one point here. Let's see who will be the last ban for Penn Manor. Looks like Annie is going to be the last ban.
Mm-hmm. The thing is with Morgana, all of her abilities either have the ability to slow you down, hold you to the ground, or essentially just poison you to death.
Right.
Like,
and so you really have to be careful when playing around here. So, looking at what do we have any idea who the top pick is going to be?
On the enemy side or our side?
Either. I mean, who's Owen playing?
Owen is going to be playing Kennen versus the enemy Darius. Kennen is like more of a long-ranged top laner than Darius is. So he will have the poke potential, but Darius has the more of a hit like a truck potential.
Right, like a tank, right?
And since Kennen isn't really a buff character, he's going to be very squishy, so he's going to be taking a beating from Darius.
Ash, I was going to say with Ash was picked the last game, but I didn't see a lot of stuff happening out of Ash.
Yes, Ash, she is very, she doesn't really know how to use the abilities correctly.
Yeah, so that obviously makes this. So Malazar we're playing here, and we'll see where people end up as Ash is picking the last one.
Not sure if you can notice this, but Morgana and Ash, they're both typically together in the bot lane, right? That leads into a lot of slow stun potential in the bot lane.
Because Ash herself has a lot of slow stun potential there.
Yeah, her passive actually slows you down on the 3rd shot. And then,
So we're going to see if stuff gets rearranged here.
Yes.
You'll see that Kennen gets put up against Darius.
Rek'Sai versus Trundle.
Right.
Malzahar versus Ari. Ash versus Misfortune. And Morgana and Nico.
Yeah, so we will see. So how does this matchup look like to you? What do you think? Just off the cuff.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen a Malzahar before, but I do know that Ari has a lot of kill potential. But early game, she's more of a mage character, and late game, she's more of an assassin. So
Right.
this will be really good against the Malzahar. And
Right.
Kennen versus Darius. Kennen, if he plays passively, just pokes at Darius, he should be fine. If he gets called out, he's most likely gonna die since he is squishy.
Was Rek'Sai playing the last game? Did we see Rek'Sai in that?
I do not think so. No, last game they were playing Kane, which was the Scythe jungle guy.
Okay.
Last game, Penn Manor actually went in for an invade.
I saw that, and then you guys left.
Yeah, we left because we thought they were going to go for red buff, and when we saw they weren't there, we were thinking, oh, they either went blue or they invaded us. But then we later figured out they were on Raptors, weren't they? Weren't they?
They might have been. They were. They were. So, all right, we have 3 minutes till we get actually into the game. As I mentioned before, there was a 3-minute delay put on by League of Legends and a 2-minute delay that's put on by NASEF. We're with the National Association of Scholastic Esports Federation. And so we want to put a shout out for them. They are a good organization. We've really enjoyed working with them, certainly better than some of our other league experiences. They are a well-honed league, despite the forfeits, which obviously we couldn't do anything about and they couldn't do anything about.
No.
It just happens sometimes with games. But all right, so we're going to see here in just about 2 minutes about what's going to happen here. And do we know how Voltic Turtle plays with Darius? We don't see a lot of Darius here. So Darius, this is in past seasons. So he is what?
Well, he is 150 to 1, so right now, like, oh, sorry. Right now, he could be secret top tier right now. He could be hiding it from us.
Right.
It looks like he's like 13 to 10 to 9 in his more recent games,
Right.
and which shows that he does get a lot of kills, but also dies in the process. So if we can capitalize on his death and then push in as a group, we can probably win team fights. If we target the Darius or Rek'Sai or Malzahar, if we target like either one of their strongest guys, we could probably group up as a group and do objectives easily.
Now, it's no question. Owen is a new player. As a
Yes.
new player, how do you approach Darius at the top?
As a
lane?
new player,
Make sure you stay behind your minions.
yeah, stay behind your minions. He is actually very scary, not gonna lie. With Darius, his Q, he has a big cleaver. He just does a spin attack and makes you bleed.
Right. And in the past games I watched Owen, I've seen Owen get much better at staying behind his minions. Earlier on, he would jet out in front, and when you get out in front, you end up. The minions are there to be a support for you as a player. You need those they can also make the difference between you killing and not killing someone around the tower.
Yes, they're basically bullet sponges.
They are. They are, for the lack of a better term. 6 seconds before we get into the loading screen, and we'll get a little bit of a better feel for people's abilities and their different characters and so on. I love that picture.
Who is that character, anyways?
I wish I knew. I know all the characters of League, even though I played for a little bit here. All right, so let's take a look here. We'll see that he has a lot of experience. Look at that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of experience on
Darius.
yeah, so let's let's get rid of the time controls, and I don't care about Final War. Let's take that.
Alrighty.
So how does that work? Does that look? Do you need to see anything else or not see anything else?
This looks about right.
All right.
We have all that we need to see. We have the items that they're building into first. We have the map control. We have objective times as well.
Yeah, so you see Penn Manor, of course, loading in, buying their items here quickly as they
And it looks like
move on to
straight
the
off.
riff.
It looks like straight off the bat, they're actually gonna go for an invade on their red buff. But it looks like their Rek'Sai is actually going top lane.
Yeah, so this is what happened the last time. They went up to the top lane or went bot lane, and you guys went the bottom, and there was no one there. So the best they can do is kind of put a
Ward.
ward. Thank you. I was dropping the name. The best thing they can do is maybe put a ward in here and try to, get some stuff here. But it looks like at this point that they're actually going to head back to their own side to help take the blue buff and then move into their lane positions here.
Correct. Minions have just started spawning in now, so everyone has to get to the lane as fast as possible.
Yeah, and there's plenty of time here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see them again trying to what they call leashing, where they're trying to help the jungler get their first level.
Correct.
Why do we have 2 cannons?
Because one cannon is actually a Nico in disguise. Nico's passive ability is...
That's right. She can imitate other characters. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Like, why do we have 2 cannons here? That's great. So nice buff taken by both junglers here, and that gives them their first level. Them taking down that first monster is crucial for a jungler because it gives you you can't level up any other way than to be fighting your minions.
Yes. Now, both junglers went for blue buff right away. Blue buff lets them regain their mana faster than normal, as red buff lets them heal faster than normal.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, it looks like Penn Manor is actually doing really well. Our Kennen is doing a really good job staying behind the minions, not getting too deep in with Darius.
Oh, see, there's that root by. It looks like they're trading those roots up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of back and forth. See up here, both of them kind of just poking a little bit, taking some minions. Maybe a little bit of a minion advantage on one side or the other, but it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, in bot lane, it looks like Nico she actually is trading with stuns right now. She's trying to get a stun, do some damage, and fall back. Morgana is not actually following up with the moves as well. She's just doing her own thing over there.
Which obviously you want to be working as a team when you do that. I play a lot of Blitzcrank, as you know. I'm a Blitzcrank. I love Blitzcrank. When Blitzcrank pulls in, if you don't have the other person there to capitalize on
Looks
it,
like a gank coming in from top lane, actually.
So it might actually try to. Oh, no surprise there. Let's see what happens here if this is actually executed.
It may be Darius is pushed up a little bit far, and it looks like they're falling
maybe
back
not.
with the gank.
Yeah, so maybe they aren't going to actually follow up with that. But a nice job with Owen kind of putting some pressure there on the top lane. And
Oh, the charm in from Alex, getting her less than halfway health, forcing her to stay either back or to recall. She is very low on mana, so she might recall here, giving him the tower advantage.
putting Final Boss in the mid is actually a great idea because he'll take the minions, push them down. He'll be able to put punish.
Oh, Owen gets pulled in by Darius.
Yeah,
He's forced
so-
to use an E out. He gets exhausted, and Jared coming in with the save. Darius gets stunned. Owen gets flashed on. He dies.
Nice.
Oh, they traded. That was pretty good.
Yeah, but they did get first blood, right?
They did get first blood, but they also
Barely.
yes.
Barely.
I would call that an even trade there.
It is an even trade. It is an even trade. And Penn Manor are still up in gold, probably because of their farming, I guess, more than anything.
Yes.
The way they've been farming, the way they're handling the minions. So nice job with Penn Manor on that. Again, we're talking about something inconsequential. We're talking about 200 gold. It's pretty inconsequential at this level of the game. Here again, you'll see Final Boss battles are putting pressure into the mid lane.
Yeah.
Which is kind of important. Is putting getting some of those plates down to add to their gold pile. Not a bad thing from Penn Manor.
Ooh, looks like bot lane is actually doing a really good job at
Very good.
playing passively. It does not look like they have a ward on Bush, so they are playing passively. This is really good for what they're doing here.
Yeah, Owen has to be careful he don't step too far out in front of the turret here because he's out there waiting for minions to actually show up.
Yeah, there's a lot of minions
Lot
on his tower.
of pressure being put in the bot lane though by Akira and Ash as they kind of push the blue team back toward the tower, forcing them under the turret so that they really can't put any pressure on.
Mm-hmm. Alex is doing a very good job at farming. Owen playing pretty passively, very good for what he's doing.
Yes, and good for him. Oh, look, we might have a kill here, or maybe not.
They
Oh, nice
flash auto.
job. Nice job for the second kill of the game. Oh, that just missed him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was such a close hit.
Yeah.
That was, wow, that's pretty insane.
It looks like Penn Manor actually got the scuttle for bot lane, which is really good because it looks like the dragon is up, so we're gonna need the scuttle for our sights in case the enemy's gonna do it or in case we want to go in and do it. Alex getting the charm off with the Q auto sets her almost to a quarter health, forcing her to recall here.
Again, some nice pressure continuing on bot lane here, and we. Rizzo that might be called out, but
Julie getting called out, but they still get the kill with it.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, some pressure being put on. Some nice poking by Massacre.
Yes. The only thing that's not really doing well with Owen is that Darius is 48 and he's 19. That's not really what you want to see against a Darius.
Right. But the level is pretty even level. They're both level 6 at this point, so not a huge level disadvantage.
Yeah, not huge level disadvantage.
So if anything, it's just a gold disadvantage.
Yeah, Owen only has one item as Darius has multiple small items.
And that's okay now, but that's going to catch up to you later on in that game, that's for sure.
It's just like tax evasion. You keep evading it, it's going to build up into a catastrophe.
That's an interesting way to compare it. Tax evasion. Yeah. But nonetheless, he's doing a nice job of protecting that top tower and continuing to put pressure onto the top laner for Cocalico.
It looks like the Calico's jungler went in from the bot lane to mid lane, just adding a little present pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, he goes in with the...
Wow, this is going to be probably a kill. Nice job.
He saw that the jungler left, and he knew that it was time to push in right after that. Owen is, yes, he is doing a good job at not dying.
Yes, but also he's kind of protecting the tower at this point.
Yeah, he's just the Watchtower Guardian at this point.
Right.
He's played a little aggressive there. He could have been caught out if the Darius went in to grab him, Q, and then ult. He probably would have died there.
Yeah, so they don't even have a top plate on that tower, so that's a good thing from that end of things.
Mm-hmm.
So Rift Herald is up as well as the Dragon. Right now, no move to either one or the other from either team. Ward's kind of in and around.
It looks like bot lane is actually going in for a kill.
Look at that. Nicely
Gerald.
done. Gerald did a beautiful job with that.
Agree.
That was a beautiful ultimate. So let's see. Let's see what's happening at top here. It's a nice job with top. Bot continuing to put some good pressure on the bot lane here.
Agreed.
And
ooh, looks like a gank is coming out.
Yeah.
From mid and bot lane. They get the charm, and she is gone.
It's gone. Beautifully executed by Penn Manor. Get some pressure here. And, again, Owen really holding his own up at the top as far as level goes. He hasn't recalled much, and that may be one of the reasons we aren't seeing the huge item discrepancy here.
Yes. Right about now, it's nearing the 10-minute mark. We should be starting to do some objectives now that most of us are level 6 and higher.
Oh, look at the charm happening here.
The Malzahar is getting shut down. He was way too out of position there.
He was out of position.
He got called out by our jungler, then followed up by the mid laner.
Yeah, that's rough.
Morgana gonna get shut down once
Wow,
again.
wow, that's rough. You can see that. So early game here, we're 10 minutes of the game, but already there's almost a 5K lead, not quite. And that gold again just really adds up.
It looks like Alex is actually hiding behind the Ashe, waiting for them to push in. He's probably going to go in for the charm Q auto. She is stunned.
But they're coming in for the dragon right now. You'll see them on dragon.
Yes.
And it looks like they will take dragon here.
Yeah, since Owen and the enemy Darius both have ignite, the thing is with Owen, he saved his teleport for objectives instead of going in for the tower. It looks like Alex is going to go in greedy with another kill. Ooh, does not get it though.
But pressure being put in the bot lane.
It looks like
Tower
they
looks
might actually take the
Yeah,
bot
I think
lane.
they're gonna try and take bot lane tower, and it's like up here you'll see they're trying. It's like a race to see who can take the first tower. But I
Yes.
think if anyone has the advantage, you're looking at Penn Manor having an advantage here because you have 3 here.
Yeah, Penn Manor is most likely going to take this bot lane tower as Darius is going to leave it at 2 platings. We're going to leave it at 1 plating. No, we're going to completely take it.
Yeah, we're gonna take it.
We also have the Wind Dragon, which is very helpful to us.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it. This is gonna be it for that bot tower unless something surprising happens. It is kind of a race you'll see between, but Penn Manor should have
on top
this.
lane, there's a gank coming in from jungle and Kennen.
Oh wow, look at
Owen
that.
uses his ultimate, is not able to follow up with it.
Wow, nicely done. Look at this. Beautifully. Come
They
on.
will take.
They're gonna try it.
it.
Oh,
Yes,
nice
Owen with
job,
the kill.
Owen with the kill. It's beautiful. Nicely done, and way to hold off that top lane tower, right?
Yes, with 1 plating, almost nothing with the tower there. Looks
What?
like Jared is,
Just hanging out,
yeah.
waiting for a gank.
I think he
guess.
was recalling and then must have misclicked.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was just kind of hanging out.
Alrighty.
All right, so now Penn Manor typically likes to get in
The
for.
Malzahar coming in on the top. It looks like Kennen's trying to bait him in. He gets baited in. He's not going to come out alive.
Oh yeah,
He uses
flashes-
flash. And
flash away, but will he get
Ooh,
away?
Yep, he's getting away.
Oh wow, but that was a good push from.
Yeah.
He did not realize what he was getting in for.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, nicely done. And look, they
Ooh,
have 3 up.
Ari's hiding,
I
waiting
know,
for
I
him to come in.
saw.
But
Yeah.
what he doesn't know is that Darius is also right behind him as well, as you can see on the mini map.
The question is, can Darius see him?
I don't think he does. He's hiding in a bush. It looks.
He's
like.
coming up around. He's trying to gank this.
It looks like Darius actually might just was probably
Here
going
we're gonna
for
go.
tower.
We're gonna go for a gank.
He's
in
going
here.
for E, and then he gets charmed. He gets the Q. Ari uses his ultimate. He gets shut
Wow.
down.
Nicely done. Oh, he does get touched. Nicely done by Cocalico in that move. And
Yeah.
Massacre's trying desperately to get
They
him
need to
away.
fall out here. It's a 3v2 in this situation.
Yeah. Oh, they're trying desperately to get Cannon, but I think that Cannon's going to escape that.
Yeah,
pretty
he's gonna fall
easily.
back to mid lane towers, which is very helpful. Bot lane is actually pushed up really far. Jeriel gets another kill. Owen gets
Wow.
shut down. Alrighty.
All right. Wow. So some nice team fighting going on here from both sides.
Yes.
And some nice playing from Cocalico that we saw there.
yeah,
In response to what Penn Manor's been doing. Penn Manor, obviously, huge advantage when you look at the kills, but still only 1 tower taken, and that's, of course, the advantage that you see for Penn Manor. Top tower still hanging on to 1 plate there.
Yeah. Calico realized that there was a gank going on top lane, so they called up from the mid lane and the jungle to follow up with their gank, the counter gank, essentially.
It looks like we're going into the Rift Herald here. Mm-hmm. And Cannon's starting Rift Herald.
Yeah,
And it
Jared,
looks like-
he can typically go one-on-one with the Rift Herald with no trouble.
Oh, you see.
But the Darius, but he has backup now. There's 4 people on the Rift Herald as there's just 1 Darius. There's actually everyone's falling up on it. As Morgana is all the way at the bot lane, out of position. No one's there except for Ashe and Morgana. Darius is sticking on top, hoping to get top tower. Not seeing that they're placing Rift Herald on mid.
Yeah, well, this is a good move to place him in mid.
Yeah, mid tower is super low as they can probably get it and push inhib.
Yep, and might even be able to get another tower here. We'll see.
Looks like Darius is in their top side jungle.
Oh,
Might be able to get a
nicely
kill.
done.
Darius gets charmed. They're falling in on the Darius.
Wow,
He gets
nicely
shut
done.
down. Shut down. Shut down.
Oh, look
shut
at
down.
that. That's beautiful.
A double kill from Penn Manor.
Yeah, Kiro is beautifully done. And Massacre is they're gonna continue to move in here now with some kills down in their pocket. So they might actually. Are they gonna go for mid tower here?
They're probably gonna recall and reset here because
My guess is they're heading to Dragon. That's where they're heading.
That too. I was gonna say they're either gonna reset and do Dragon or just go straight to Dragon.
Yeah, I think I think that it's Dragon time.
Yep.
That's one thing that we didn't see. I think we saw one fight in the last game where they actually came in to fight for Dragon or Baron. But Penn Manor did a really good job of managing these objectives. And that's so core to helping you gain an advantage, to move ahead in the game. You know, the 6K lead doesn't happen accidentally here.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Penn Manor is actually doing a reset here. It seems like they're going to actually defend the top tower.
They're going to try, but top tower is going to be down.
Yeah.
All we need is one hit from this guy, and boom, it's down.
Mm-hmm. So Penn Manor is actually going to actually regroup on mid, push as a whole, try and get the inhib tower, and then end the game as fast as possible, it looks like. We have 2 dragons up as they have none. We're 21 gold. They're 21 gold as we're 26, which is a huge advantage for us.
So it looks like a battle developing in around mid.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what transpires here as they kind of get the minions down so that they can kind of come in. You see Life Chef, come in. Cannon's on a killing spree. Kind of comes in, takes out the one character.
I was gonna say before the team fight began, Penn Manor is most likely gonna be targeting their Darius, as he is their number 1 counter right now.
I'm not gonna worry about the stream title at this point. Stream title says Pequay Valley, but I did change it earlier. I wonder if it didn't save.
It looks like they're probably gonna push bot tower so they can get additional pressure on.
Well, it makes sense.
They're not all grouped up right here, so if they're caught out position, it could be bad for us. As we can see
Later
here,
coming out, they'll continue to put the pressure on top and keep the minions from pushing too far in.
it looks like Calico's team is not sure what to do here. They're trying to play defensively here, keeping the minion wave at bay, but they're not able to leave. Because if they do leave, then we're going to be able to push in as in a 4v5
and Lord forbid they allow us to push in.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you see up here, it just gives Owen kind of this free range to kind of continue to work in this tower.
Yeah, Owen, although Kennen is a top laner, he's very squishy. He does have more mobility and escape options than most top lane champions. So right now, what Owen is doing, he's just doing additional pressure to the top lane so the minions can push in faster. Because Penn Manor knows that they can 4v5 at ease without him.
Right, and that makes it difficult because you don't want to send anyone from Cocalico up to defend it because you need everyone here. In fact, they're down a player, they're down 2 players right now that are kind of just waiting to come back in, and so it's a 4v3 at this point.
Yeah, it looks like Penn Manor is actually going to go help support Owen in the top lane tower, as they know that Calico needs to destroy the minions in mid lane before they can do anything.
And it does allow them to get top lane. So we'll see if they can actually come take this tower. I'm not sure.
It looks like they're actually regrouping on blue buff. Oh, I think they're actually setting up to do Baron in 15.
Yeah, makes sense. 15 seconds away.
And it looks like Calico is actually going top lane to either contest or do minions. Baron has been summoned, and they are going in.
They are on the Baron, and it looks like
Ash sent in a sight signal going in, so they have sights on them that knowing that they're going in for Baron. So Penn Manor Penn Manor needs to fall back so they don't get hit by the Baron and the enemy team.
That's hard to kind of take that, but they're trying to. So we'll see. It looks like they're kind of waiting to see what happens here.
Mm-hmm. Owen is very low in health, as we can see compared to everyone else.
Right. So he got hit.
it actually looks like Calico's falling back, letting either Penn Manor take Baron, or they know that we're not going for Baron and that we're actually going to go for mid.
Right.
It's all about it's kind of like a mind game here.
Oh, they
Darius
don't
getting
know.
caught
They
out.
didn't. They didn't know. They didn't
Owen
know that
using
they're.
his
Oh
ultimate gang.
wow! What a beautiful.
Penn Manor with a
beautiful-
double kill, maybe a triple kill. Uses Zanya's hourglass, not gonna save her. She's still gone.
Oh, they
Oh.
missed it. So
Oh,
it
she
actually,
still gets it.
yeah, barely. Oh, that is awesome.
And right now it looks like Penn Manor is either gonna push in the minion wave, and do dragon here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to do dragon here for the third dragon of the game. And there's really nothing at this point that Cocalico can do to stop the progression that Penn Manor has as they come in for their third dragon. And my guess is they won't even need a fourth dragon. You'll see that we're at an 8K lead here, 3 kills on them. It's just tough. I mean, they're doing everything they can to protect their own towers here at base. And so
Yeah.
what are we going to be doing here?
Penn Manor is gonna reset and probably do Baron, or they're probably gonna push inhib.
Yeah, they
can't
might.
tell right now.
Yeah, they might. They might because it looks like Calico's kind of all over the place as far as how they're going to actually what they're going to do. It looks like Calico's trying to push something mid, but it's really hard to see exactly how they're going to do it. Kind of spread out across the map. Penn Manor kind of coming up mid, it looks like, and maybe going to answer the push that Calico's trying to do in the mid lane.
Yeah, Penn Manor is pushing mid, hopefully going in for inhibitor right now. They have everyone here except for Jared, which they don't mind. They can 4v5 anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. They have control of this game, control of the map, and it looks like now we're going to see Penn Manor entering the base. A little bit of rooting going on, but not really going to have a huge impact during this game at this point. Notice that they are pushing bottom. We see Darius kind of
Yeah,
pushing bottom
Darius
there a little
is
bit.
probably is. I think Darius is just trying to get as much progression as he can before they have the ultimate loss here.
But look at this.
They
They're
get
taking
a double,
down.
triple,
It's really a
quadruple
white,
kill.
and they're moving in. They're going to move
It looks
in.
like a pentakill. And
Yeah,
that's
ace.
it.
That's
Penn
it.
Manor
This
just
is
won.
the game. And they're going to come in. They're going to take the 2 center towers,
Then-
and
Yeah, the closest respawn is in 15 seconds.
there's
they're
no
gonna
way. There's no way. It's not a chance. And it's a good job, Penn Manor. Congrats for this win, putting him at 3 of 2, and that may put them into the playoffs match. We certainly hope. Here comes down the last tower, and then all that's left is the Nexus. And even though there's 1 alive, 2 alive, 3 alive, but there's nothing that Cocalico can do to stop it.
GG, well played.
Yeah, well played for Penn Manor. Let's take a real quick look at just the CS here real quick. And maybe we can bring one of the Penn Manor players from this last game. Not a big creep score here. It was pretty low and all, but it was well played overall.
Yes.
So who do you want to interview?
Yeah. No. Okay, he's leaving.
Nah, Julie, you're up. we're gonna interview you real quick. All right, we're gonna sit here real quick. We're gonna bring in Ash, Julie, just to do a real quick interview with her about the way the game. Wait, you want me to call you Ash on the stream or Julie? Doesn't matter to you.
I have no preference.
No preference. Well, Julie, thank you so much for joining us here. Tell us a little bit about that last game that you played. It was beautiful. I heard Austin's perspective in the first because he played the first. I was concerned going into this game about how Owen would handle the top lane, but he did a beautiful job holding Darius at bay.
Yeah, the top laner was definitely, we thought he was going to be a threat, so we were kind of wary of him.
Right.
But we ended up grouping a lot, and that gave us a lot of objective control.
Right. And that's the thing that I noticed about this game and the last game. Penn Manor did a beautiful job of capturing objectives. And where Cocalico, they attempted, I think, won the first game, but I didn't see much of a pushback from any in the last game here. Yeah, at least as far as I know. How was it? You were playing support. How was playing support this game for you?
I thought it went well. I didn't actually get the opportunity to roam to other lanes a lot until people started grouping up.
Right.
But I thought we were doing well in our own lane.
Yeah, well, and we took down. There was you took down bot tower, was the first tower to fall in the game, and it was almost a race to the finish. See, Darius was trying to get top tower and who would get it first, but you guys